2, 1. Hello, everybody. This is Renegade Rousey, and you are watching the Left Hook Boxing Show. Hey, it's good to be back with you. I know it has been a while since I did a video. I know there's been some rumors out there that I saw that I'm dead. Well, I assure you I am not dead. I am very much alive and swinging. Man, it feels good to throw that left hook. And I had to come out of retirement after watching this Mayweather Victor Ortiz fight. And, you know, just a disappointment. I guess that's the way I want to characterize it. You know, it looked like it might be an interesting fight. I mean, a lot of people were saying Mayweather had it controlled, and I can't argue with that. But Ortiz was having his moments. And when you have that power, and he had that big weight advantage after he bulked up after the weigh-in, you never know what could happen. And I think it could have gotten interesting. But then comes the fourth round, and I'm still trying to figure out what happened there. Mayweather and Ortiz go against the ropes, and for some unexplained reason, Victor decides to lodge himself. I mean, I think he just lost it for a minute. I think he thought maybe he was playing soccer, and Mayweather's head was the soccer ball, because it looked like he was trying to head it. I mean, it wasn't like subtle at all. It was just he lost his mind. That's the only thing I can think, because he really doesn't have any past experience that I know of fighting dirty that way. But this was not good, and it's still hard to understand. But the only thing I can think is he just lost his mind for a minute, and it cost him. Of course, he got the penalty, but then how things started to unfold, it was really strange. But I got to give it to Mayweather. You know, a lot of people are mad at him and saying sucker punch and stuff like that. And it's certainly, what he did was not something that a good sportsman would do. But he is a fighter, and he's out there to win. And, you know, if somebody had done that to me, I don't think I would have been able to stay composed. And really, I mean, he's doing like grasping the glove up against his lip. And he's looking at Ortiz like, man, what the hell did you just do? I made you a millionaire, and that's how you repay me. I gave you this fight, and then you headbutt me? What the hell? But after that, you know, I would have thought maybe if somebody had done that, Mayweather might have lost his control and just started swinging, even though the referee saying, hey, hold on, stop it. But he gathered himself, and that's the difference I really see from the elite fighters and the ones that are just not there with the mental toughness is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about physical skills here. I'm talking about the mental toughness, and that so often separates the champions from the ones that just aren't quite there. And what I mean by that is that he gathered himself. I mean, after that, he's dealing with a lip, and then the anger, he keeps that under control, so to speak. And then he sees that Ortiz is on a love fest and wanting to hug him to death. So he uses that to his advantage. And on the slow motion, you just see it in his eyes, what he's thinking. He's just like, okay, I got you now. And then he does that quick left hook, now, wham! And then Ortiz is like, looking at, he's not like covering himself. He's like looking at the ref, and the ref is looking somewhere else. Everybody's wondering, in the audience and the people at home watching on TV that forked out $50 or whatever amount are looking and wondering, what's going on? And by the time we figured out, Mayweather, boom, straight right hand, delivers it right on the button, and this fight is over. And, you know, I was upset about it because, you know, I wanted to see a good fight, and it looked like it could have been that, but it wasn't. So, for Mayweather, just, you know, everybody's giving him a hard time, and like I say, wasn't the nicest thing to do, but still, you know, you got to blame Ortiz on this. I mean, nice guy, nice young man, and I admire him. And he's come back after that Maidana fight, and he showed some toughness in there about Berto. But let me ask you this: do you think Pacquiao would have fell into a trap like that? What does Pacquiao do when there's some kind of headbutt or something like that, like a foul, you might say, in the ring? What do you see him do? He reaches his glove out and he taps. He keeps the fighter, the person that could hurt him, at an arm's distance. I think that's even something I've heard somewhere. Hey, keep your enemies at an arm's distance. Why would you do that? So he can't knock you out. And that's what Ortiz did not do. And Mayweather just took advantage of that weakness, and he won. I mean, and you got to give it to him. Although you're pissed about it, and you're saying, and I was saying the same thing. He sucker punched him. But the fact is, like they say, you got to protect yourself at all time. And he didn't, and he lost. So, like I say, disappointing in the fight and the way it went about. But still, you know, that happens. And you never know what you're going to get. I thought about not getting this fight. I'm like, man, do I really want to shell out this money? But then again, you never know when you might miss one if you don't do it. So, there's enough when you shell out that money that you don't see good. But then the time that you don't, you're going to miss a great fight. So, I shelled out the money and watched it, and oh well. You win some, you lose some. But hopefully there'll be some more good fights coming up. I know there's some more on upcoming, and I'm going to try to get back into this, you know, doing the videos and stuff. Hopefully people enjoy that. I'm still kind of, you know, bummed about this fight not happening between Pacquiao and Mayweather, and I just really hope it happens. I mean, the world needs this fight, and I think boxing really needs it to be validated. I think it's affecting boxing as a whole. It's kind of like this dark cloud over all of boxing, the fact that this fight has not happened. And it's just something, it just reminds me of something like if you played in the NFL or Major League Baseball, that if you something like you played the regular season and then you announced the champion as being the person that had the best record. No, that's not it. You've got to have a process where people fight and they're eliminated, so to speak. And that's happened in a lot of the fights that Mayweather and Pacquiao have had. They've eliminated some of the guys, the Mosleys, the Bertos, all these other guys. You know, those guys have sort of been out of the picture. People that were thought that could, you know, be the best. And it's really still Mayweather and Pacquiao. And so hopefully that fight will happen. Those of you out in the Philippines, I hope if you see Manny Pacquiao on the streets, I hope you say, "We want the fight! We want the fight!" And those that might see Mayweather in Vegas somewhere, if he goes to a basketball game or something, man, I hope the fans start chanting, "We want the fight! We need the fight!" Because I think that's really the only way it's going to happen. It's like trying to get something done in Congress. It won't happen unless there's a mandate from the people that it happen. And I believe if enough people really stand up and say, "We want the fight," then I think it might happen. But in the meantime, we'll deal with it. And we'll see a lot of other good fights. Hopefully that'll be upcoming. Until then, this is Renegade. I'm out!